He doesn't see himself as a complete basketball player. Well, Nowitzki doesn't get enough credit for being the leader, for being humble, in despite of how really good he was and what he meant to. He brought Dallas a championship. The Dallas Mavericks have a Larry O'Brien trophy. Can we wrap our brains around this for a second? You don't think that happens with anybody else? It takes a real special player, and it is Dirk Nowitzki. To hear him talk, I'm 36. I don't see myself as a complete basketball player. Now, you compare that with like Kobe Bryant, and I'm a Laker fan. I'm a Kobe fan. It was 36 himself, I think, 37 maybe, coming off multiple leg injuries last year. I could play for 10 more years. It's just, and that's why Kobe gets on people's nerves, and I get that. But Dirk Nowitzki looking to quicken up his shot release. Well, when you're a 7-footer fading away the whole time, it tends to get a little long. Just saying. Anybody else think Jason Terry's like a bad penny? I don't know. Has he really done anything in his career to warrant all the attention he gets? The Houston Rockets now have acquired him, and 2 second-round picks to the Sacramento Kings for Alonzo G. The Kings also received Scottie Hobson and a trade exception from Houston in the deal announced. So Jason Terry finds another suitor willing to give up a decent amount of pieces for him. But so Sacramento gets Alonzo G, Scottie Hobson, a trade exception. Not that Scottie Hobson did anything to jump and shout about right now. For 37-year-old Jason Terry, who scored 4.5 points in 35 games last year. He was moved to Sacramento at the trade deadline, but he didn't play the rest of the season as he recovered from a knee injury. So not only is he 37 years old, he's a 37-year-old injured point guard. I just don't understand. G and Hobson came to Houston as part of the 3-team trade in July that also brought Trevor Ariza to the Rockets. Ariza on the Rockets. That would be... Houston's going to be interesting. I know they have Dwight Howard. I know they have James Harden. But Ariza is a nice wing defender. The starting five right now, I know we haven't even started training camp yet. Patrick Beverley at the point, James Harden at the 2 guard, Ariza at the 3, Terrence Jones at the 4, and Dwight Howard in the middle. It's going to be very interesting now to see the dynamic there in Houston. Is Josh Powell, I'm looking at the depth chart right now. Josh Powell is still in the league. Holy crap. That Josh Powell that used to play with the Lakers? Oh my God. Yep, that's that Josh Powell. Wow. 31 years old. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it, Josh? Anyway, 585-633-7487 if you want to call in, folks. We are going through the NBA headlines right now as I struggle to find my way back to the list of NBA headlines. See, now you go from we'll stay on the Dallas Mavericks here, and this is according to Tim McMahon from ESPNDallas.com. Tyson Chandler fires back at Knicks. Months later, Dallas Mavericks center Tyson Chandler still mad about insinuations that he caused chemistry issues for the New York Knicks last season. Knicks president Phil Jackson cited the desire to, quote, change some of the chemistry, end quote, of the team as one of the reasons he sent Chandler and point guard Raymond Felton to Dallas in the late June deal. Chandler has been portrayed in several media reports since then as a player who caused internal problems for the Knicks last season, much to his chagrin. You remember when Tyson Chandler went to the Knicks after he helped Dallas win that championship and being that post defender, that post presence on defense, and really made a difference? Remember when he went to the Knicks? Yeah, I could see where going from that and going to that Knicks team and playing for Mike Woodson would make anybody a little grumpy. I'm not saying that Tyson Chandler was right or exonerated or should be allowed to act like an idiot by any stretch of the imagination, but I kind of feel his pain. I mean, there was nothing fun about those Knicks teams. Nothing fun to watch, nothing fun to talk about. I feel bad. I do. It's hard to go from a situation where you're surrounded by a professional like Nowitzki, play for an owner like Cuban, whether you like him or not. The guy's unique. Players like going to Dallas, and then you go to the Knicks, and that tire fire. And then they go and they trade for Melo, who gives you all the points but none of the defense. It's if he did anything, I could see him possibly getting bent out of shape, and rightfully so. That team was a mess. Tyson Chandler bounced around being the scapegoat for being drafted as high as he was for a lot of years. He finally fell into a nice situation, and then he goes to New York to play in basketball Mecca, and they refuse to do the right thing, limping along with Mike Woodson as long as they did. It's all right, Tyson. I got you. I just love Knicks fans trying to pretend like they're relevant, but that's okay. Your time will come. You'll be back, just not right now. It's okay. And now this headline comes from the disturbing category. From the Associated Press, Rex Chapman accused of $14,000 in theft. In Scottsdale, Arizona, former NBA guard Rex Chapman has been arrested for allegedly shoplifting $14,000 worth of merchandise from an Apple store in Scottsdale and then selling the items at a pawn shop. Police took Chapman, 46, into custody Friday afternoon after officers stopped his vehicle in Northeast Scottsdale. They say he's being held on suspicion of 9 counts of organized retail theft and 5 counts of trafficking in stolen property. He made it appear he was using the store's self-checkout but left without paying. Oh my gosh. He stole from the store 7 times. He's Rex Chapman in Arizona. He played for the Suns, dude. He stole from the Apple store 7 times before they finally caught him. 7 times, $14,000, $2,000 a time. If that dude walks out of my store with $2,000 worth of merchandise, I'm gonna recognize him next time he comes in. How do you keep going and keep doing it? It just blows my mind. And are you? I want to know the real story. Is Chapman's got to be a meth head now? If Breaking Bad has taught me anything, when good people, it's because he's a meth head. Everything I need to know in life I learned from Breaking Bad. I remember watching Rex Chapman win a 3-point shootout or something back in the day when I think he was a member of the Washington Bullets before they were officially the Wizards. Now he's stealing $14,000 worth of iPads and iPods and iPhones. It just blows my mind. These guys that fall from grace. that there's got to be drugs. And I'm really, really curious to see what his motivation is. What did he need $14,000 that fast for? And why did you go back to the same Apple store 7 times? That is one of the dumbest things I've ever read in my entire life. And dumbing down on the stupidity is the fact that the Apple Store employees didn't catch him the other 6 times. 6 times! Rex Chapman, oh how the mighty have fallen. The pride of Kentucky, $14,000 in Apple Store theft. It's just funny to me. That 30 for 30 broke is not a joke. These guys are hurting. And one more news piece before we go to break. There's been a man arrested in a burglary at Paul George's home. Apparently, he stole Paul George's sense of reason based on his Twitter outburst last week, where he attempted to make light of the Ray Rice situation. So he stole Paul George's sense of reason, I said. So there's that. So let's take a break, and when we come back, Jim Sarantias from thefantasygreek.com will join us. You're listening to 87 Sports Fans Live on Late Night Sports Radio.